Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a great day so far. Today we're actually doing the book lesson on median and mode. So we did median yesterday. We're just going to review it a little bit and then add in the mode. So if you would go ahead and open up your math book to page 817. I'll give you a few seconds to do so. So on page 817, we're going to start where it says the vocabulary startup. So go ahead, so we'll read that. So it says a data set can also be described by its median or its mode. The mean, median, and mode are called measures of center because they all describe the center of a data set or a set of data. Find the definition of each term in the glossary, then complete the graphic organizer. So if you were to look in the glossary, you would see, so the mean. So remember, we kind of describe mean as the average, but the glossary says it is the sum of the number of the numbers divided by, I'm shortening this, divided by the number of data pieces. Change my pen. So mean, remember, I kind of like to think of mean as the average. So I'm just going to write that. Median, that's what we did yesterday. Median, I like to think of as the middle. I'm just going to write that because the book's definition is very long and we don't need that. Middle number from least to greatest, though. Perfect. So mean is the average, median is the middle, and mode is the most common. So that's what we are talking about today. So most common number. Sometimes there will be no mode. So that's when maybe every number just happens once. Other times there might be 2 modes and 3 modes. Okay, so sometimes there's 0, sometimes there's 1, and sometimes there's many different ones. So now moving on to the real world lake. Hurricanes. So the table shows the number of Atlantic hurricanes in different years. Order the data set from least to greatest. So always start with just ordering from least to greatest. So let's see. It starts with 4, 5, 7, 8, 2 9s, and 15. Wow, my handwriting. 4 9s. Okay. So that's from least to greatest. Go ahead and make sure you have all that written down. So now I'm going to find the middle. So circle the number in the middle. I'm going to kind of lightly cross off just these numbers so I know I'm going in the middle. Oh, perfect. 8 is the middle. That is the median, the middle number. I didn't even have to do any work. Now, find the mean. So remember, a few days ago, we found the mean. That's when you add up all the numbers together. So everyone can do this on their calculator. That's what I'm going to do. So 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 9 plus 15. And we get, when we add up all those numbers, we actually get 57. Now, what do we do next? Well, you divide by the amount of numbers you added. So we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 57 divided by 7. And on your calculator, you get 8. You get an actually really long number. You get 8.14285714. I'm just going to round it to the nearest hundredth because that's what they tell us to do. So 8.14 is the mean. It also said, so we found the mean, so we answered this first question. The next question said compare the middle. So the middle is 8, that's the median. The mean is 8.14. So the mean is actually greater than the median. Okay, mean is greater than median. Now, if we were finding the mode, or the most common number, what would that be? The mode would be 9, because 9 appears twice. So the mode is 9, because there are 2 9s. Awesome. Okay, go ahead and flip the page. All right. So the median of a list of values is the value appearing at the center of a sorted version of the list, or the mean of the 2 central values if the list contains even numbers. The mode is the number or numbers that occur most often. Just as mean is one value used to summarize a data set, the median and mode also summarize a data set with a single number. If there is more than one number that occurs with the same frequency, a data set might have more than one mode. So let's go on to some examples. So example 1. The table shows the number of monkeys at 11 different zoos. Find the median and mode of the data set. So first what they did is they ordered them from least to greatest. Then they found, by counting out, that 28 is the center of the data set. So 28 is the median. Now the mode, there's only one number that occurs twice, so the mode is 18. Let's move on to number 2. Dina recorded her scores on 7 tests in the table. Find the median and mode. So first order the data from least to greatest. So we start with 85. So go ahead and do 85. The next one would be 88. Then 90. Then there's actually 2 93s. So 93, 93, so 94, and a 97. All right. Circle the number in the center. So count off the number in the center. So we know it's 7, so we know there'll be 1 in the center. 1, 1, 1, 1. 93 is actually the median. So 93. The mode, what would the mode be? What number happens the most? It is also 93. Hard to see up there. Median's 93 and the mode is 93. So now, if you move down to letter A, it says the list shows the number of stories in the 11 tallest buildings in Springfield. Find the median and mode. So I want you to go ahead and do letter A, and if you need an example to look at number 2 above. I'll give you about a minute to do so. You first should be ordering them from least to greatest. Let's see, it looks like 17 is the least. 19, 20, 21, 24. I'm writing too big. 30. 33, 37, 38, and then 2 40s. I'm going to have to write down below. Median is middle. And first off, I want to check to make sure. So there should be 11. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so I have 11. So I'm going to cross off as I go. And I already know the mode is 40 because that's the only one I wrote twice. My median, I'm just going to write med, is 30. And my mode is 40. Median is 30, mode is 40. Moving on to the next page. So this is kind of what we did yesterday a little bit, where I said sometimes there's not an exact middle. So that's if there's an even number. So number 3, we actually did a Kahoot with these numbers, but there are 4 different numbers. So first you would arrange these from least to greatest. So that's what they did over here. Least to greatest. Then there's 2 middle numbers. So you would add, wow, it's Hartman? I can't even. So you would add these 2 numbers up. So you would add them up and then divide by 2 because you added up 2 numbers and divide by 2 so you can find the middle. They already did that for you. So they added them up. It was 122.6 and then you divide by 2. And you get 61.3. So the middle number is 61.3. So if you were to weigh these numbers or put them on a scale, the middle or the balance point would be 61.3. And with these numbers, there's no mode. There is not one number that occurs more than once, so we would just say there's no mode. Now, number 4, they're all decimals, and with B and C, which I'm not requiring you to do, but if you would like to do B and C, you can do those. But with these 2, you would have to add up the numbers, okay? And with these, median and mode, mode you don't need a calculator, but median you might need to if it is not an even number. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I want you to flip the page. I want you to try some guided practice problems. So I want you to do number 1 for sure. And then number 2, I want you to find, I'm changing it up a little bit. I want you to find the mean, median, and mode. Then I want you to see which one is the greatest. So I'm going to say, which is greatest? I'm going to give you probably 2-3 minutes to do this. And if you are not finished by the time I'm going through it, please pause the video. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes to do it. So go ahead and get started. Make sure you order them from least to greatest first. All right, I'm going to start going through this. If you are not finished, please go ahead and pause the video. So number 1 says find and compare the median and mode. So first you need to order them from least to greatest. So it looks like our least is 40, then 42, 46, 50, 57. Oh, I forgot, 56. That's why it's important to check your work. So 50s. Ugh. So we have 50, 56, 57, and then 2 62s. So first I'm going to find the median. I'm going to start crossing off. And there's 2 middle numbers. So I need to add those 2 numbers up. So 56 plus 50 is going to be 106. 106 divided by 2. 2 goes into 10 5 times. 2 goes into 6, 3. So your median is 53. Mode, what number happens the most? Mode, I'm kind of writing over this, is 62. Median is 53, mode is 62, so you would say the median is less than the mode. That's how you compare when it says to compare. So first we found, then we compare. Now, number 2. We first need to order these from least to greatest. So it looks like we start with 24. I'm going to just do it down here. Then 2 31s. Then a 33, 34, 35, and 36. Okay. So first, how would I find the mean? So mean, you would add all these numbers up. So on my calculator, I'd be typing in 24 plus 31 plus 31 plus 33 plus 34 plus 35 plus 36. And I would get 224. And I would divide that by how many numbers there are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So on my calculator, I do 224 divided by 7, and I get 32. So 32 is my mean. So I'm going to go ahead and write that up there. Median, middle number. So I'm going to cross off. Perfect. This one's easy. My median is 33, so I can already see my median is greater than my mean. So let's see our mode. So our mode, there are 2 31s. So my mode is 31. So which is the greatest? The median is the greatest. Okay, so just a little review. Mean is the average. You add them all up, then divide. Median is the middle number, and the numbers have to be from least to greatest. Mode is most often. Okay, so tomorrow you will not have a video lesson, but you will have some homework, unless you would like to do it today. But I hope that this made sense, and I hope that you guys will have a great rest of your day.